Hey everybody, John Henderson here, the Beer Ramble once again. Another Beer Ramble. Today we are looking at Shiner Golden Ale, an American blonde ale from Shiner. Of course, known for their Shiner Bock, their flagship beer. 4.6 ABV, alcohol by volume. Hi. Kind of reminds you a little bit of maybe possibly other blonde ales, Day Spring. American blonde ale. Of course, the most infamous blonde ale, which many tend to think it's a lager, but it is also a blonde ale. Ballantine Ale, history beer. A lot of history on that one. Anyway, that's what the beer looks like. Nice, not bad. A little yellow, looks like a standard ale. Nothing too horrible about it. Some good fizz up onto the top, a little lacing up there, but not much. Some caramel, heavy duty malts, a lot of sugar and something in this. Pure liquid gold, according to what the bottle says. Spoetzl Brewery, of course, is the company. Dry hop with Mosaic hops, so definitely getting some of that. It's by the sweetness from the malt, and it definitely has some sweetness and some sugar cubes in this, but the malt's making it a lot of a bit sugary. Again, a golden American blonde ale, similar to what you see on most beers. Sorry, folks. I'm just going through the channel trying to find what to watch. So, I mean, this is politics in America today. It's just so. Definitely some sugary. It has this very strong sweetness scent to this beer. So, down the hatch. All right. The score was 3.56 out of 5 on Beer Advocate. I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, just now before the video started, but I'll mention it to you now. But not bad at all. Refreshing, a good beer. 4.6 is not overly heavy at all. I think it's pretty easy drinking, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm seeing a lot of my videos. I'm always looking at the TV screen. Something fascinating I'll find and say, hey, that looks interesting. Let me take a look at this. Whoa! So this is a good lager. Again, Shiner, of course, we all know. Spoetzl Brewery started in 1909 with Shiner Bock. This is of course they do the Wicked Ram IPA, which I've tried from them. That's also quite good. Carbonated. That a lot of these beers are, but the Bock was a little bit bland, so in my opinion. I know people love it, particularly in Texas if you have it. And it's sort of based there, and it's one of those beers that, you can go with some ribs or maybe some, you know, brisket, beef brisket. I'm sure a lot of people would try to drink it, but again, it was a very bland beer in my opinion. It had very little, some flavors, but not much. But again, very popular and still being sold. But the Wicked Ram IPA I've had from them, that's quite good. And I think that is, and then they have the Ruby Red, which, I'm not really big on those fruity flavored or sort of sweet, extra sweet style beers. That's just not something I do. That's just not, and doubt I'll ever review them on my channel. Maybe some wine, but I doubt I'll ever review those on my channel. That's just me personally talking. Anyway, yeah. Again, the comparison to this, of course, they got the New Belgium Day Spring. Um, Ballantine Ale, of course, we all know that history of Ballantine Ale. Beloved by so many, revered, and one of the all-time American classics. And this has some of those similar characteristics of this beer, but this is a little more malty, a little more sweet, in my opinion, than that. Blonde ales, they do get some love, not much, but they do get some love. So nice, easy drinking beer, and this is good, folks. I ain't gonna diss this thing. Pride of Texas, the Golden Ale. So, you know, a little sweeter, but not overly sweet, but sweeter. Say the other two I've had. Pair this with a lasagna, pasta, something within that range. Maybe some, I won't say sausage, but if it has that pasta, lasagna, whatever, or if it has any meat in it, then that would be a good pairing for it. That's kind of what's coming to mind. I had Day Spring, New Belgium Day Spring with some pasta, and I thought it was really good. Quite and hit the spot. So, I'm gonna be, yeah, I'm gonna say B plus on this one. So this would be like close to an 8.5, 8.5 score for me. So B plus. So, if you've had this, leave your statements and comments on the bottom. There's your Shiner Golden Ale, B plus score, 8.5 score. Again, keep on watching as always. Cheers. Golden Ale, the golden days, all the time.